Hello and welcome to Some Dude Shed. It's news time. And in the headlines this week, a zoo hires Marvin Gaye impersonator to encourage monkeys to get it on in mating season.
$1 million painting vandalized after bored security guard draws eyes on faceless figures.
Just Eat customer claimed a refund because his ice slush was too cold.
And they're the headlines. So, let's get started. Let's have a deep dive, shall we?
Yes.
Who
wants to go first?
You go ahead.
All right, well, let's learn about these monkeys. Basically, a zoo near Stoke-on-Trent have hired a guy who looks and sounds like Marvin Gaye to sing to the monkeys in order to help them along their way in the mating season.
He looks like Marvin Gaye.
Well,
are the monkeys going to know that?
He says he's a Marvin Gaye impersonator. It doesn't say tribute act, so I guess he looks like him.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know what Marvin Gaye looks like, but
neither do I. But I don't think the monkeys do either. So
yeah. So frustrated zookeepers have booked a Marvin Gaye impersonator to help their love-shy monkeys get it on. Staff enlisted David Largy to sing an array of the Stars' hits to Barbary macaques to give them ideas of sexual healing during the all-important mating season.
Where was this?
Stoke-on-Trent, England, land of the sensible. Well,
kind of flies in this article kind of flies in the face of that statement, doesn't it?
Well, the thing is, Barbary monkeys, right? They've got 140 of these Barbary macaques. They're quite an at-risk species. There's only 8,000 of them left in the world, so they want them to make more of them. And they're getting Marvin Gaye or Marvin Gaye's impersonator to help out with that. You can like set the mood for the monkeys.
Just straightforward Marvin Gaye impersonator.
Yes.
Didn't dress him up as a monkey and call him Monkey Gay and get him to sing.
And give out bananas laced with an aphrodisiac.
Well, that would have been the sensible thing to do. But no, he just sang. A zoo worker says it's a creative way to encourage our females to show a little affection to males that might not have been so lucky in love.
I mean, it probably doesn't help that people are watching them through the cages, like, you know.
Well, no, I mean, if I was a Barbary monkey, I'd feel very self-conscious if I was in a zoo.
I always thought the monkeys were a bit of exhibitionists.
Let's draw a little curtain down. Right. Sexy time. So is that it?
Yeah, that's basically the story.
Who gave them the money for this? Just interest? Did this come out of the zoo's pocket, or?
I think it came from the zoo's. From what I can see here, it came from the zoo's pocket. Zoos are kind of profitable, right?
Was the zoo owned by the council?
Tickets.
Do you know it was like a privately run zoo?
I'll be honest, I don't know the name of the zoo. I'd actually need to do some proper research to find that out for you.
They probably had some extra funding and they have to spend it.
This is some dude shed here. We don't do proper research like a real news place.
Just go by the headline either. Yeah, well, I mean, they probably had some extra funded lying around. They have to spend it. Okay, let's get this Marvin Gaye impersonator in.
That's probably right. I mean, it's publicity, I guess. You know.
Well, they're writing headlines about it.
Yeah, they're writing headlines. I mean, this comes from the Daily Star. If the Daily Star is writing about you, you know you're going to hit big time.
That's
pinnacle of journalism.
That's Bob just off the building site in his van. Sitting down for his lunch, buys a paper, got his Daily Star, sees that in it, and be like, "Damn, need to take my kids."
Take my kids to see the zoo.
To see the zoo. There you go. There's tickets sold and all. Yes, Bob the builder is on his way.
Well, yeah, so there you go. There's no.
It would have been more effective to stick him in the cage.
Certainly no. There's no. The rest of the article goes on about how they're so endangered and their forests are disappearing and all that stuff. Okay. Sadly, there's nothing about whether it actually worked. I would love to know if a Marvin Gaye singer managed to actually get some monkeys to get busy.
If I was a monkey,
did Marvin Gaye get on?
No, Marvin Gaye probably killed my boner.
I can't say I know Marvin Gaye very well, to be honest. Has he done any famous songs?
No. Anyway.
Moving on. Mr. Black, what's your news story for today? What have you found?
The Slushie Gate. Just Eat customer claimed a refund because his ice slush was too cold.
Can he not just wait a few minutes?
He sounds like one of these, what do you call them?
How did this make the news?
Did he get a refund?
I actually don't know how this made the news. Did he phone a newspaper and just give off it? Or
did he sell him his heroic story and get £100?
Maybe the takeaway driver or the takeaway owner. Takeaway owner's furious. So yeah, I'd say he went to the papers about it. abscond this customer. Furious after Just Eat customer claimed a refund after complaining that the ice slush drink was too cold. As strange as that is, there's also a serious point to be made here. The owner of Food Station and Shakes in Salford says that there is a loophole here that allows Just Eat customers to order a refund and get their money back at a loss of the takeaway through claiming dodgy refunds.
Oh, it's Just Eat that's guaranteeing this.
Yeah, Just Eat's policy on refunds was changed last autumn, and it means that takeaways are now charged automatically for any refunds claimed by its customers. So Just Eat aren't even picking up the buck anymore. They probably did that previously, but now it seems like
That's not really fair, is it? All these takeaways are tiny businesses. Can't afford to cater for that sort of rubbish.
yeah, but then that's a problem with Just Eat being the middleman. Like, they are the middleman essentially, so you don't really even have to deal with the restaurant at all. I mean, which we can, but you can just opt out of doing that and just get a refund, full on refund. Moshin Butt, that's his name, Moshin Butt, who runs the business in Orstal, says he's seeing 5 to 10 refunds a day and has member staff that spends 2 hours each day checking refunds. The worst of these alleged bogus refunds, Butt claims, was a customer who claimed that his order for ice slush drinks for £12 was too cold. He told the Manchester Evening News, there you go, what are slushies meant to be like? You can't sell someone warm slushies, they will melt. They're supposed to be cold. He's a slushy expert. They're giving refunds to the customers anytime they do it. It's not good.
Unless it was literally so cold that when he put it down on the table, his fingers stuck to it.
Don't think there was really any problem with the slushy. It's just a guy looking at money back.
Yeah,
it's just
That's a serious loophole.
it's a big problem. Yeah, Just Eat need to sort that out.
just like, what's that Reddit subreddit? Like, was it Choosing Beggars?
Choosy beggars.
Choosy Beggars, yeah, it's like one of those guys. We saw one customer do it, and he had made 136 orders in Just Eat. He knew how to use this loophole. We had another customer who made an order with us on 3 days in a row, and every time he requested a refund for items that were missing.
You know what's even worse than this, though? It's like people who accept the order whenever they didn't even order anything because somebody else next door ordered the food and they just accepted it. I believe you have some experience of this, Mr. Black.
Fucking right, I do.
Someone delivers it to the wrong house and they just accept it anyway.
Yeah, I ordered a chippy, and it's fucking meant to come to my house naturally, and but the driver, I mean, there's no real fault of his own. These things happen. He went to the next door and gave it to them instead, and instead of them graciously saying, "Sorry, we didn't order food. I think you're looking for that house right next door," they fucking took it and they ate it.
And then the driver came back once he realised his mistake, and they didn't bother answering the door.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, no. What ended up happening was another driver came out from the restaurant. Like, they must have been working behind the kitchen, and they were like, "Oh my god!" So they came out quickly because they didn't want to like have it end up with a bad review or something. And I think they worked out themselves. It was given to the wrong house. But then we got talking to the actual driver like a month later, and he actually went next door, and I don't know if he had to go at them or not, but like, just very blatant. But yeah, and like we were saying before, there's another guy. He ordered a KFC or something and went to next door, and he actually chased up next door and got like half the food back, but he wanted a refund anyway. So this guy says, by the third day I went to him personally, gave him the order. This is the guy that claimed some food was missing. By the third day I went to him personally, gave him the order, and we went through it. I said to him, "There's nothing missing here, don't place a refund, everything is right here in front of you." The next day he claimed a refund. 3 days in a row he was having a free meal every single day.
That's ridiculous.
So
can you not ban the user of Just Eat? If you're a takeaway, can you not just ban someone to stop them ordering from your place?
I thought you were going to talk about Just Eat itself, but then yeah, they could just ban an address, I suppose.
I don't know if that's possible. I don't know, because Just Eat works. You could just be a guest and order on Just Eat, can't you?
Yeah, but you just probably, I don't understand how you can create a mechanism where it will ban an address.
No, well, I mean,
or just look at for every order, you just look at the address and write down the banned address yourself and just have a list, and if it's on there, just
you'd be blacklisted on Just Eat. Now you've been banned. You're a bad customer. Trust you. No, but like, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the thing is, to be a customer, you have to pay for something.
Yeah, well, these companies, I don't know what it was like to work for these companies, but I thought they would have been pretty good mediators in the fact that I read recently there's like an Uber driver, but like, she was a regular Uber driver and had a decent score and everything, but there was this one customer gave her 1 star and said she was very abusive and all this, swearing and smoking in the car and all this, like, just really everything wrong you could possibly do. But Uber was on her side, so I don't know.
One bad review out of so many thousand.
I'm assuming anyway. She might have been shit, but Uber took her side anyway. But
probably not. There'll be some story behind that somewhere.
Yeah. It's just
She didn't give me the ride for free. Yeah.
She'll massage my feet on the way to my destination. Anyway, Mr. Red.
Moving on, Mr. Red. What have you got?
yeah. So $1 million painting vandalized after bored security guard drew eyes on faceless figures.
That's amazing.
On his first day at work, a bored security guard decided to draw eyes on a valuable modern art painting worth a whopping $1 million, £740,000.
That was their first mistake.
Don't understand what constitutes it worth paying this much money, but yeah.
Where does this happen again?
I believe it's in Russia because he had to pay a fine in rubles, but we'll find that out in a second. The 3-figure painting by Anna Loboraska was defaced at the Yeltsin Center located in the city of Yurkensburg in the Sovrlovsk Oblast region in west central Russia on the 7th of December 2021.
That location means nothing to me. Just Russia.
Russia. Yes.
West central Russia.
West central Russia. The bored 60-year-old security guard allegedly drew eyes with a ballpoint pen on the faces of 2 of the 3 figures in the painting during an exhibition called "The World Has No Objectivity: The Birth of a New Art." Yeah, sure it is. The unnamed guard was reportedly from a private security company and has since been fired.
Well, good.
Lombreski's was a student of Russian avant-garde artist Kazmaras Malakov. His Kazmarin Malakachev is having the 3 figures painting 1932 to 1934 worked on by experts in a bid to restore it to its former glory. Lombreski, who died in 1982, is known primarily as the master of artistic porcelain. In addition to the Trovyovsky Gallery, her works are widely represented in the collection of the Russian Museum. After the incident, police has opened an investigation for vandalism, which comes with a ruble 40,400 fine and 1 year correctional labour sentence.
A correctional labour sentence.
Off to the
Russia.
Gulag.
Off to the Gulag he goes.
He has to clean.
He's going to be chopping wood for the next year.
No, he has to clean all the ink off paintings that other people have vandalised.
The damage to the painting is estimated to be £2,500, which is 250,000 rubles.
Can't just get the artist to paint over the paint bits.
Oh, I said he died in the 82, didn't he? 82.
You can get any artist to do the same thing. It's actually not that difficult to
match
spot
the colour.
Yeah.
It should be alright.
It is unclear.
Contemporary artist?
No idea. It is unclear how much the painting is worth, but it was insured with the Alpha Insurance Company for 74.9 million rubles, approximately £740,000. It has been reported that the company is paying for the restoration. But yeah, so he just drew, the photo will be up on screen. He literally just drew a couple of eyes onto the background figures.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
With
the more
ballpoint pen.
detail.
Yes. I wonder if he thought anyone would even notice him.
Oh, well, I think obviously people are going to notice eyes. Where you
Yeah, but if
go
you're
to.
there to visit the exhibition, you wouldn't notice because that's the first time you've probably seen it. It's just if you had worked there, you might notice it
That's
after
true.
a while.
I often wondered that because I remember in school, like, if you went to every other table, there's like a dick drawn on it. But I'm pretty sure if the teacher would have saw that, they would have cleaned it off. But it must have got to a point where the teacher saw them all the time and just
Doesn't see them anymore.
just doesn't see them anymore. Just dicks everywhere. It's just background noise.
I remember there was one time in school. It was in the phase when we were all changing classrooms all the time, and somebody had written on the table "hello," and someone else written underneath it from the next class "hi," and it basically just had a conversation over the next 3 weeks. The conversation just grew down the table
Nice.
until it got to the end.
That's pretty damn impressive.
It's like pre-instant messenger.
It was very slow messenger, I guess.
Yeah.
Was it at least an entertaining conversation?
No, not really.
What was it about?
I was just hi, how's it going? That sort of thing.
Oh.
I suppose it's just the novelty of talking to somebody by writing on a table was amazing, and I just couldn't think of anything interesting to say.
Well, on that bombshell.
On that bombshell.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.